wabarakatuh. Welcome to this subject, writing for specific purposes. This is our first session of this subject, which will be reviewing your previous lesson on writing series subject. So here is our agenda in the first meeting. This review will include the discussion of unity, cohesion, coherence, and then paragraph structure and mechanics. Only some of the theories that might be presented in your previous writing subject. There are still some others that we can perhaps talk about it later on during the lecture. The first one is about unity, cohesion, and coherence, as it is one of most important part in writing. So you can see this picture. This is an illustration of a paragraph. That the paragraph should contain these three important elements. The first one is unity. What is unity? Unity means that a text discusses one and only one main idea from beginning to end, meaning that a good text or a good writing will contain only one topic from the very first paragraph to the end of the paragraph. So it results focus without talking any other topics behind the main issue. That is unity. And then the second element is cohesion. Cohesion is the methods of connecting sentences within paragraph. It can be resulted from conjunction, pronoun, and keynoun. So this is cohesion is the method of connecting sentence, that your writing from the first paragraph to the second one should be well connected. From second paragraph to the third one, it should be well connected, and there are some devices to connect them by using, it is called as cohesive devices, and cohesive devices includes conjunction, pronoun, and keynouns. Yeah, by using conjunction, for example, you can link your first paragraph to the second one. So don't jump the idea from the first to the second to the third and so on and so forth. It should be well connected by using cohesive devices. And then the third one is coherence. Coherence means that the sentences should be organized in a logical manner and should follow a definite plan of development. Okay, it should be clear whether your paragraph is a kind of compare and contrast, or cause and effect, or time sequence, stories, procedures, and so on and so forth. It should be made clear. Okay, here is an example. Example 1. The paragraph is entitled Effects of Color. You can read here. Effects of color. Colors create biological reactions in our bodies. These reactions in turn can change our behavior. In one study, prisoners were put in pink room and they underwent a drastic and measurable decrease in muscle strength and hostility within 2.7 seconds. In another study, athletes needing short bursts of energy were exposed to red light. Their muscle strength increased by 13.5%. and electrical activity in their arm muscles increased by 5.8%. Athletes needing more endurance for longer performances responded best when exposed to blue light. Other studies have shown that the color green is calming. After London's Blackfriars Bridge was painted green, the number of suicides decreased by 34%. These and other studies clearly demonstrate that color affects not only our moods but our behavior as well. You can see here by focusing on the first sentence in the paragraph, which is topic sentence, which talk about biological reaction in human bodies. So the rest of the sentences should focus on these topics. This is the same title in example 2. For detail, you can read it as it is longer than before. Then you can see here the problem or the mistake. What problem? What is the problem with this paragraph? You can check here. The title is still the same. The topic is still the same. Colors create biological reaction in our bodies. But look on the red color when it is talking about studies. Other studies have shown that the color green is calming. Green was a sacred color to the Egyptians, representing the hope and joy of spring. The question is that something to do with the topic? Is it in line with the topic, talking about a green color as a sacred color for Egyptians? And then the second sentence, many mosques and religious temples throughout the world use green. Another problem, is it in line with the topic sentence here that talking about biological reactions? Okay, that's the problem. This is the third example with the same title. There must be problem here as well as before. So we can check after reading the whole paragraph. We can check here. Okay. So it's still okay until this point. The sentences are okay, still referring to topic sentence. It still creates unity, but it turns differently when it talks about this color. Blue is not a good color for dinnerware, however. Food looks less appetizing when it is served on blue plates, perhaps because very few foods in nature are of that color. Okay. Now you can identify that these two sentences are out of the topics, while the next sentence after this it goes back to the topic. So here is the mistakes. And then now we move to paragraph structure. Topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding sentence. Topic sentence states the main idea of the paragraph. It discusses one and only one main idea from beginning to end, as I have shown you in the previous text about color, in which the topic sentence lies in the first paragraph. But it is also possible that the topic sentence is put in the last paragraph. It's okay. And then the next one is supporting sentences. Supporting sentences develop the topic sentence. So it is written in the second, third, fourth, and so on. But it can also be written in the, for example, second sentence, fifth sentence, and seventh sentence, and so on. So how about the missing number or the missing sequence of sentence there? After supporting sentences, there might be details. Yeah, details of that supporting sentence. Just like the previous text. Here, in the effects of color, this is the topic sentence, and this is the supporting sentence, the first supporting sentence. In one study, blah 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 blah, and then in the third sentence, it is the detail of the second sentence, meaning that there is topic sentence here, and then there are some supporting sentences. One study, and then athletes needing more endurance. I should give you the correct example, but this is just to illustrate. Other studies. There are 3 supporting sentences here, which is then explain more in the next sentence like this as details. And then the last one is concluding sentence. Concluding sentence signals the end of the paragraph, whether by summarizing the main points of the paragraph or by repeating the topic sentence in different words. So your paragraph should be ended, should be well ended by showing an indication that it has come to an end. Just end the sentence by summarizing the main points of the paragraph or by repeating the topic sentence but in different words. This is the example. There are 2 paragraphs here. The first one, in the first paragraph, we can see that the topic sentence is presented in the first sentence, while in the second one, the topic sentence is put in the last sentence of the paragraph. So in the first example, for my family, Sunday is undoubtedly the best day of the week. And then the rest of the sentences should talk about this, that Sunday is the best day of the week. What makes Sunday best day of the week? What features that make it best day of the week? Then you can see or write in the sentences below. And then the example 2, it starts with details, and then we can get the conclusion about what is it about in the last sentence of the paragraph. That wrote one of the first men to come to the hill country, but check here that it is the detail. Settlers soon discovered that the streams of East Texas were full of fish. The hills were full of game. There were, to the experienced eyes, all the signs of bear, and you didn't need sign to know about the deer. You can feel the sense of nature here. Yeah? They were so numerous then that when riders crest a hill, a whole herd might leap away in the valley below, white tails flashing. So what are these? This is the details or supporting sentences for this main idea or the topic sentence. And then the last one is about mechanics. A brief explanation of this section, just to remind you some of the mechanics. That title should be in uppercase or capitalize each word, except for conjunction and preposition. Look at this as the example. For example, the title is Effects of Color. So it is capitalized for each main word, but it is not. It is in small caps for conjunction or preposition. So remember that it should be capitalized or capital all. Just like this. This is written in all are in capital. No full stop after title or subtitle. Remember, don't put full stop after title or subtitle. Effects of color and then full stop like this. It is totally a mistake. Don't ever do that. And then using punctuation correctly. Punctuation covers items like comma, full stop, bracket, colon, and semicolon, and you need to make it or use it wisely. Where to put comma, where to put full stop, and it needs practice actually. And you can check some references talking about this. when you need to put comma and so on. Yeah, this is the symbols of some of punctuation. And then the wise use of capitalization and italics. Yeah, when we need to use capitals and italics, it should be paid attention as well. It seems like simple things, but it will distract your writing if you do mistake in these aspects. And then spelling, yeah, the writing of particular word. Make sure you don't typo in your writing. Perhaps if you type in your laptop, there is a mark of grammar and spelling from the computer system that will reminds you that it is wrong, indicated by red underline. Okay, and then this is an example of the use of those punctuation. Colors create biological reaction in our bodies. Okay, the idea is completed here, so you don't need to put comma here because the ideas is already complete. It is full stop or period here, and then the next sentence will talk a new idea which still in line with the first one. These reactions, comma, in turn, comma, can change our behavior. This is the example of the use of comma. Why there is comma between in turn? Because it is a kind of opposition sisipan, which is inserted among the flowing sentence. For example, without in turn, this sentence goes correctly. These reactions can change our behavior. It is okay, the sentence is correct, but then the writer want to insert or want to emphasize on this expression in turn. It is inserted here, so it is put in comma. In one study, prisoners were put in pink room. Comma here used because an adverbial comes in the beginning of a sentence, and then it is usually comma is used when adverb comes in the beginning of the sentence. Prisoners were put in a pink room and they underwent a drastic and miserable. Okay, comma is put here because you want to mention some details from one idea to the other one, but it is in sequence. It is just an example of the use of punctuation. Okay, only period or full stop and comma which is used here. I hope you can understand it well. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.